Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you again for joining me. Today I'm so excited because we had the new Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation. I'm always looking for a full coverage foundation. Even though I'm very light-handed, I don't like anything to look heavy and cakey or anything like that. I do love a really good full coverage just because it makes a little bit go a long way. I don't have to keep layering over and over so that I could cover imperfections or texture skin or anything like that. Usually I'm one to go for creamier foundations just because I feel like they're a little bit more on the water resistant. Usually liquids, if they're a certain kind, they streak if you cry, if you sweat or anything like that. And I work outside in Florida constantly with models and brides, and if they're streaking, or if they're streaking, I hope they're not streaking, if they're crying or sweating, then it leaves streak marks, and I just really can't have that. So I'm going to go ahead and read some of the claims that this has. All right, so this works for pretty much every skin type: sensitive, normal, dry, combination, and oily. It is a natural finish. So it is an oil-free, full coverage liquid foundation that looks and feels weightless on the skin with 24 hours, and it's water resistant wear. So that's exactly what I want. My glasses are filthy as usual. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You open it up, you get a really nice pump, and what I like about it is it's one of those easy pumps, not those pumps that you pump too much and there's a ton of product or not enough, and then you keep going and then it's just like a hot mess. So it's just really easy. It's kind of like a silky finish. Where is it? I can't see it. It's kind of like a silky finish, and it does settle nicely into your skin. So we're going to go ahead and put some primer. And I'm going to be using my e.l.f. primer that I wasn't super crazy about, but then I fell in love with it, and now I use it all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over. And this actually mixes well with different products. All right, now I'm going to go into, my nose itches, my Dr. Feelgood. This is great because it's a mattifying balm. This is by Benefit. It's been around for like 20 years. I've been using it for 20 years. It's a mattifying balm, and what I like to do is I kind of like to go over those areas that are super oily. And this is great under and over your foundation. So like later in the day, if you start getting a little bit too oily, if you don't want to use blotting papers, because sometimes they leave a little bit of residue, especially if you're kind of hot and sweating, then it's no bueno. And if you're using powder, then you start getting cakey throughout the day. And that's the biggest thing. I want my skin to look like skin. I don't want it to get cakey later in the day. So that's that. Okay, so now I'm going to get my Real Techniques brush. This is actually a highlighting brush. I got this from Marshall's, but I started using it for my foundation, and I really like it. Oh, so let me go ahead and put one pump there. And it also says you should use it with your brush. Like I love beauty blenders. I love buying them, but you never really see me using them. I just love my brushes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over. Usually when I'm using something kind of full coverage, I skip underneath my eyes because I don't want it to start getting cakey and heavy. And that's the other thing about this. It's not like a heavy foundation. Like throughout the day, I started adding more and more just to see what it would do. It didn't settle into my creases, and it didn't look like I was wearing a mask or anything. Now also, please keep in mind that this really works for me. It lasts all day. It didn't streak, it didn't fade or anything like that. It worked really well for me, so I really love it. But it all depends on your skin type. If you have texture skin, it just depends. So it might work for me, but it might not work for you. So just keep that in mind. But I'm really glad it worked for me. So as you can see, a little bit did go a long way. Now, you can keep applying if you're one of the, some of you ladies out there like to have super heavy foundation. That definitely builds up to something really heavy, full coverage. And that's what it looks like. It's just absolutely beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my butter bronzer. I'm going to bronze my face a little bit. Oh my God, it smells so good. Smells delicious. And this is the newest one. There's actually 3 now, 3 or 4. This one is the deep bronzer. So they made it a little bit deeper. So I was very excited about that. Oh my God, it's delicious. It smells like pool time, summertime. And I also like my bronzer to look natural. I don't like it to look super crazy. Because you know, when you go outside, you don't want to look crazy. I don't want to look crazy. Okay, I totally forgot my concealer. With me, I like to use my Laura Mercier concealer. Now, I have been using that foundation on some of my clients, and I've been using it with the Shape Tape. And with the Shape Tape, oh my God, it looks so flawless. Your skin looks flawless with both of those. I just like to use this because when I use the Shape Tape, it just makes me look a little bit like crepier. So this really works for me. All right, so now I'm gonna go into my Cover FX. Now, if you don't set this foundation, it just looks really nice and dewy. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it looks like when you do set it. I just like to pat that in there, especially underneath the eyes. Look how flawless it looks. It's beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to go into my Too Faced Natural. I'm going to smile, put a little bit of that melon blush. And then I kind of start feathering it out. And a little bit of highlight. A little bit on my nose. And that's it. I love this foundation. As you can see, it doesn't look heavy or cakey or anything. It does settle in nicely on your skin, like I said. It doesn't fade, and it just really, really worked for me. I am like absolutely in love with it. Anyway, that's it for that video. Please let me know if this helped you. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you again later. Bye.